I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna get right to showing you the most popular way to tie a tie. Next, I'll show you some other knots that you should probably be aware of. And if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna share my most important advice about neckties. If you've seen any of our other videos, I'm so grateful you're back. If you're new here, roll intro. Suit up and subscribe. The adventure awaits. As I said, I'm going to get right to showing you the most popular knot. So this knot is called the Double Windsor or the Full Windsor, or some people just call it the Windsor. So you throw your necktie over your neck, make the blade longer than the tail, cross, then go up through what I call the neck hole, then you go behind the knot, down through the neck hole, in front of the knot, up through the neck hole, and then down through the front loop. So at this point, the knot is tied, and voila, perfect length. I'm going to walk you through 5 knots that you should be aware of. The first, the Half Windsor Knot. The Half Windsor takes a little less length than the other knot because there's less steps, so you still cross over, but instead of going up through the neck hole this time, you go behind the tail and then take the blade down through the neck hole, at which point you put on the front cover and then you finish by going back up through the neck hole and down through the front loop. That is the Half Windsor. So the only difference there is that, again, instead of crossing over and going up through the neck hole, you go behind and then down through the neck hole. So that's the Half Windsor. Let me say this. The Double Windsor is typically known by most people because they learned it as kids. And as a kid, your neckties are typically too long. So the Double Windsor is perfect for kids. But now, gentlemen, we are adults. And so the number 1 knot I recommend for most people is the Half Windsor. The next knot you should be aware of is actually called the schoolboy knot, or the 4-in-hand knot. They're both the same knot. It's a great knot because it doesn't take a lot of length and it's really easy. For this, like I said, you don't need that much length. And what you do is you cross and then you go behind and cross again. And that's it. That's it for the center, and then you go up through your neck hole and then down through the front loop. So that's the 4-in-hand knot. This knot, when you tighten it, it's a little more asymmetrical. It has a fun history, but whenever you see an asymmetrical knot, it's most likely the 4-in-hand knot because it's a very popular knot. And it doesn't take a lot of length, so it's great. As you can see, perfect length. I don't suffer from any of the other problems I had with the Double Windsor. So it's a great knot to have. It's a little bit rakish if you want to be a little less traditional. And it has a great history. I won't go into that in this video, but in future videos, I will talk about the history and mystique around the 4-in-hand knot. So the next knot you should know about is called the Pratt Knot. This is actually tied with the fold on the outside. And what you do is you cross the tail over the wide end, then the blade goes down through your neck hole, goes behind, then down through the neck hole on the other side. At this point, it goes in front of the knot, and that's your front loop, which you then finish by going down through the front loop, and then you tighten. So that's the Pratt Knot. Most people like the Pratt Knot because it's symmetrical and it takes a little less, slightly less fabric than the Double Windsor. So the Eldredge is the next knot I want to talk about. It is a part of a family of newer knots that are tied with the skinny end, tied with the tail. And some people would never consider wearing one of these newer knots. There is a section of the population that absolutely loves them, and I typically recommend them if you're going to wear them for a little more casual events. But we have a list of top 50 knots that you can check out. The Eldredge will eventually be on that list, as well as we started at 50 and are working our way forward. So check out that list. And the Eldredge is a very popular knot. Like I said, it's in the family of knots that are more modern. I call them modern knots. And the last knot I'll mention is the Onassis knot. This is one of my favorite knots. It's a more modern knot. It looks very traditional, and I just like the way that people react to it because most people don't even notice it. But then when someone notices it, it's like kind of a magic trick, or it's like, whoa, how did you tie that tie? So we have another video for that. It's already out. I'll put a link in the description below. But these are 5 knots you should be aware of besides the Double Windsor, which is the most popular knot. If you made it this far, you should be proud of your newfound abilities. I'm very thankful you watched to the end. Leave a comment below and let me know why you're wearing a tie, especially if it's an interesting event or reason. And send an invite if you want. I'd hate to miss out on a chance to wear a suit. I truly hope you liked this video. If so, hit that like button so more people will elevate their style. And remember, growth begins when you subscribe. So hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, keep looking classy.